Jeez.
Okay, that guy can counter.
He's unlocked the ability.
Yeah, no kidding. The other thing I don't like is it shows me press X up there, and so because it does that, I always get criticisms like, well, you're mashing, and it's like, I'm not trying to mash. If I was mashing, I'd do this.
Right.
Like, I'm just trying to get someone to hit me, and, like, hit them back. Okay, nice.
That was a great camera angle.
Foliage. We had Poison Ivy's wet dream there. Okay, just, like, get out of here.
Okay, anyways.
So do you guys like the setting of the Middle East?
Yeah, I think it's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's kind of cool.
I'm excited for Mirage.
Do you guys like it more than the setting of...
That's not in the Middle East, dude.
It is.
Is it?
Mirage?
I don't remember where it is.
I thought it was in, like, Baghdad.
Oh, yeah, you're right, it is. Sorry. I was thinking of a different game, sorry. What, Jolo?
What do you guys think of this compared to Italy?
I actually like this setting more than the one from 2.
Wow.
And it's really just because I'm disappointed with 2, not in the sense that the game's bad or anything like that, but...
Doesn't have the Washington Monument.
Well, exactly. No, my favorite time period of Rome is ancient Rome, and that game takes place during my least favorite historical period ever.
I'm gonna talk to,
Altair! Wonderful to see you return to us. And how fared the mission?
The deed is done. Talal is dead.
Oh, I know. In fact, the entire city knows! Have you forgotten the meaning of subtlety?
A skilled assassin ensures his work is noticed by the many.
No! A skilled assassin maintains control of his environment.
We can argue the details all you'd like, Malik, but the fact remains I've accomplished the task set to me by Al-Muallim.
Go then. Return to the old man. Let us see with whom he sides.
You and I are on the same side, Malik.
Fast forwarding memory.
Merrick's kind of a dick.
He's got a point, though.
No.
Altair did murder his brother, basically.
Nah, what's his beef?
You lost, Altair?
No, I travel for Mesyaf.
Then clearly you are lost. Why else would you be here? Masyaf is to the north, in the mountains. Do you require a map?
I'll find my way.
Your presence here suggests otherwise. Your disobedience knows no bounds. Are you like this with the other bureau leaders? Is it disrespect or stupidity that keeps you here? Return to Masyaf. Altair, you have no reason to be here. Return to Masyaf. Do not keep Al-Muallim waiting.
I'm harassing him.
As you should.
I'm sure Al-Muallim won't mind you failing him yet again. He's probably accustomed to your incompetence by now. Do as you wish.
They did a lot of dialogue for him if you stay and harass him.
Funny.
They're like, are you like this with the other bureau leaders? I didn't like that they asked me to fast forward when I was in the middle of talking to him.
Yeah, what's up with that?
I don't know. Well, now we have to ride back there because I chose no because I wanted to talk to my buddy.
I thought you could fast travel using the map.
I don't think you can in this one.
You can't?
No.
I thought you could if you already went there.
They gave you the option to and you failed.
Yeah, you can only fast travel if you choose to at the point it asks, Jill.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I wanted to talk to Malik. He's my BFF.
Who's my baby boy?
Personally, I prefer Bakura better than Merrick.
No one's gonna get that. No one's gonna get that joke.
I mean, you got the joke.
I thought his
didn't.
name was Malik, not Merrick.
Yeah, it was.
No, his name's Merrick.
Nate had to change the name to make a dumb joke.
Nate
That
always
made
does
me
that.
angry. I'm so mad now.
Okay, sorry.
So pissed off, bro.
That was a really upsetting joke.
I don't know who's worse, me at combat or you at jokes. Got him, bro. Got him.
Would you like an Assassin's Creed game that takes place in Mexico?
I don't want anything
Like during
from
the
you.
Mexican-American War?
I don't want any idea you have.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be cool. Why did you ask that? We made a video about that.
I know.
And we said we wanted it.
I wanted to, like, bring it back up.
What if I just charge through here?
When are they gonna make one based on Germany in World War II era?
I've been saying this for a while, actually.
Look at this! Like,
I think it'd be cool if, in the Germany game, if you played as a Templar.
Oh, geez.
Like, maybe as, like, the lead Templar that's kind of at the center of World War II.
yeah, like the main, like Winston Churchill Templar.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
like,
because
maybe
the Templars are the villains.
and maybe then you play as like a messenger of AH assassin.
Right. Because the assassins are the heroes.
You know...
My joke was you should play as AH.
Oh.
Okay.
That was my joke.
Okay.
That makes sense. You never got to it. You didn't get to the point.
I was implying it.
Oh,
It
sorry.
was supposed to be an implication. You said I go too far on my joke.
I don't understand implications.
You do go too far in your jokes, but when you stop, like, way ahead of the punchline, like, hey guys, what if...
I didn't do
And then
that.
we're supposed to be like, ha!
I don't like you anymore. I'm gonna marry Cosmo instead.
Oh my.
Well, it could be legal.
Hey, you want to go get
Sorry.
this viewpoint on our way back
Sure.
to Messiah? Do you remember when you said Akre wrong and people got mad at you?
I do remember that, yeah. We have, like, the Assassin's Creed police online.
Who
What
like,
did
sits
he
around...
call it?
Wait,
I think I called it Acre, yeah.
It looks like Acre.
It does. That is actually how you spell...
No, I pronounced it Acre, but I also accidentally said Acre was Masayef.
Oh.
And I think that's what people got mad about. How do I...
So you messed everything up.
Yeah,
didn't
so I
you?
accidentally said the wrong town, which I will take full credit for. But then I guess I mispronounced the name, too, and they were like, "Great."
If you press A in this game, you go even faster on the horse.
I knew,
For
I
some
knew that.
reason, they change later.
I just wanted to,
Test
yeah,
me?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know why people got so mad.
Monument.
Oh!
I don't know. People get mad about stupid shit.
You know, the thing is, whenever I'm watching a video on YouTube, or anywhere, I guess, and someone, like, messes up some information, my first thought in my brain is not like, time to attack them!
Right.
It's more just kind of like, oh, hey, yeah, by the way, this is actually not Acre, it's Masayef is the main place.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the end of it.
Yeah.
So, like, you dumb idiot, you moron! I'm gonna kill you!
I'm gonna kill you. I know where you live.
Right, it's like,
I'm on my way.
like, settle down.
I'll be there in 10.
Sorry, I made a mistake.
No? There is no sorry.
You're right.
He just destroyed that guy. Alright, good luck here. Jeez. What are they guarding anyway? There's just, wow.
One
Generic Tower 32. Everybody guard it, quick!
Okay, what's going on here?
At least I can climb, I
What's
guess.
happening here? Well, I'm trying to get over to this thing.
I know, but I was just saying, like, I might not be able to fight, but at least I can climb in this game.
Oh, okay.
Not like some people.
I got one thing going for me.
Well, yeah.
There was this part in Brotherhood we just edited, and it made me so mad, where you just kept walking around this window that clearly was climbable, and you're like, I thought that was one of the windows you couldn't climb.
Apparently a lot of stuff makes you mad about me. Like,
And we were like, what?
me playing Assassin's Creed before Assassin's Creed 3U, everyone...
I mean, it only bothers me when you do something really stupid. When you're, like, just not great at something, whatever. Because I'm not great at all kinds of stuff. That's fine. I don't care. But, like, when it's, like, a simple Assassin's Creed thing that, like, is a staple of the series, like, up means up. Like, I climb up.
What?
And that's, like, something somehow really difficult for you to understand in that scenario. That's the point where, like, I'm not saying you're not a real fan of Assassin's Creed or something, but that's the point where I'm like, how does someone who has played so many Assassin's Creed games not know you can climb that window?
Yeah.
That's the only point at which I actually get irritated.
You know what it comes down to is because Assassin's Creed 1, 2, Brotherhood, and Revelations, I've only played once before the channel.
Right, but it's still, even in 3, like, it's still the same idea, and 4 of...
I thought
There-
they've never played one.
Well, I'm saying before the channel, so this is my first time playing this.
Oh.
I should say this is my first time playing through the full game.
Oh, okay.
I've played the game, but just not the whole thing.
Well, so my point is just when it's a staple thing. Like when it's something like if you're having a hard time countering in this game, okay. Yeah, I have a hard time with that. I get that.
Right.
Or like this, where like you're just not bothering to fight these guys. You're not doing that because you're bad. You're doing that because it's a waste. It would be a waste of time to fight them. You're just trying to get up the dumb tower and finish it.
Right.
Like, I get that. And, like, that's the kind of stuff that I think some people get mad at. Is like, you didn't kill every enemy and you didn't, on the 3rd Tuesday of the month, like, stop.
Tuesday.
Stop and, like, press A to pray, because Altair would have asked Allah thanks for happy birthday or whatever on
Thanks for happy birthday.
Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm not getting mad at, like, roleplay bullshit. I'm just like, it's only when it's something insane.
Right.
Anyway,
Those are ridiculous.
my criticisms are all valid. Yours are all not.
That makes sense.
That makes sense.
I'm like, I just want the tower here, guys. Like, just settle down.
If they knock you down again, why don't you pause it? I will kill them, and then you can climb the tower.
What is going on here?
Does that sound good?
Yeah.
It'll be a team effort.
Okay.
But it looks like you're doing good. I'm surprised you could climb that window.
I wonder if you could climb this window too. Oh my.
In Nate's defense, though, there has been things in this game you should be able to climb that you can't.
Wouldn't
Yeah.
not having a finger make it way harder to climb?
No.
I actually think it would, and that's kind of a failure of the Hidden Blade that makes no sense to me.
Well, my thing with the Hidden Blade is, why do you have to cut off the finger? Can't you just design it so it maybe is out another inch?
Yeah.
That's why Altair redesigned it, because he thought it was stupid.
Yeah, he used the apple to redesign it.
Oh.
That's like part of his impact on the franchise, is that he actually directly designed a lot of the stuff they use later on.
So then why does Ezio still have to cut off his finger?
He
No,
doesn't.
he doesn't.
Oh, wait, no, yeah, I'm an idiot. Yeah, he doesn't.
But
There's like the joke about it.
but what's his name does the
John Wick.
no the guy in Mirage? What's his name?
Yeah,
Bassem?
Bassem. Yeah,
I
thanks.
say Bayek.
I know. I kept thinking Bayek because of the B. That's why I was getting confused.
Sounds like
I'm
you guys aren't real friends.
We're not real friends.
Yeah,
We're
you're not real friends.
Hey Nate, we're not real flans. The enemy from from Final Fantasy. Though. You remember the Jello guy?
I do, yeah.
Do you have
Watch
a
this.
favorite? That was a hit and run. Do you have a favorite Final Fantasy mob? And what I mean by that is like not
Not a boss.
not Sephiroth, not like Seymour or like one of those big guys from like the stories, but I'm talking like a recurring enemy or even an enemy in just one game. I have one.
Okay, what's yours?
The Tonberries.
From what game?
They're in a lot of them, but they're those little weird frog type guys who wear like a cloak and they have a knife.
Do you mean the one that after so many turns he uses his knife and just one-shots all your characters?
Oh, those guys. Yeah, those guys.
I think they're funny.
Yeah.
They are funny. They're annoying, though.
They are annoying, and
I think they're scary.
they're kind of scary. In 7, when you like find the Master Tonberry the first time,
Yeah.
it has like a star above.
Oh, I
its
know.
head, and it's got
You're
like
like,
this
no.
like weird Klansman cloak that's red and shit. And you're like, oh no.
Does it have to be a hostile mob?
Well, yeah, I was talking about like an enemy that you can fight.
Oh.
I've always liked the, whoa. I've always liked the...
Would you like to just go get that other one, and then we can get the Acre one when we have to go there?
I was gonna say
sure.
chocobos, but they're not hostile, so.
Well, that would just be a favorite Final Fantasy recurring creature. I think Chocobos is good.
I've always liked cactuars.
Oh yeah,
They appear randomly. I know in 7, but do they appear in a 10?
I think so. They're the cactuses that like stand like this and they shoot needles.
Yeah, those
Yes,
guys are
I
funny.
remember those.
Cactars or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're fun.
Also, in the game Mario Hoops 3-on-3, they were one of the characters you could play.
A cactar?
Yeah.
Why-
They put it as a playable character.
Weird.
I think it was, I don't know, it must have just been like a nice Easter egg or something, but...
Well, I think you would need permission for that Easter egg, so I mean, maybe it was just like a small collaboration thing.
Yeah.
I like that stupid
You're not
sentient
gonna
house.
get the thing.
I was trying to get my horse out of there.
The murder house?
Yeah.
That thing is so dumb.
Oh, that was funny.
From 7 Remake?
Yeah. And just 7.
Where is it in 7?
When you go past Aerith's house, like towards the Bumblebee Inn and places like that.
Yeah, towards, what's that place called? Wall Market?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's a place where you cut through
Where's the
where
horse?
the house automatically
Jump!
has to spawn.
Okay, well, oh no.
Like there's no avoiding it.
Okay.
Whoa! He had one final twitch. Yeah, and also there's a similar enemy that shows up not as a boss, but like just as a recurring enemy later. Those weird, dumb murder house guys.
Yeah, those murder houses are stupid. At least the one from 7 Remake was. I guess I don't remember the one from 7.
A lot of the enemies in that mansion where you find Vincent are also pretty scary.
Yeah.
That's true, yeah, in Nibelheim.
Niflheim. Oh, you can't jump and get that. Okay.
Jill has to get ready for work. Jill, you're gonna have to tell that supervisor today you're not doing those hours. Yeah, or we're gonna have to message her. Is she hot?
Not really.
Oh, that's too bad.
That sucks. Women are defined by their looks. Anyway.
Wasn't there a mob from 10 that was like some wolf or something.
So generic of a description, but I'm sure yes.
Okay, well, I feel like there was like some electric wolf.
Okay, do you have a least favorite mob? Because I do. It's those Mandragora type things, or Mandragora. They're the huge, like, flesh-eating plant type thing that appears, and they poison everyone.
You know, the funny thing is those things appeared in my brain, too, when you said least favorite.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know the name of them, but I was like, oh, those, like, dumb plant things.
Yeah, and they're like basically a boss, like a mini-boss.
Yeah, those suck.
And they confuse everyone, and then all your party members attack each other.
Yeah.
It's so dumb. It's so annoying. There's nothing fun about fighting them.
Those things suck. I'd say those are probably my least favorite, too.
They appear in multiple games, by the way. They appear in, like, I don't know, if I had to spitball, maybe like half of the Final Fantasy games or more.
I don't know who at Square Enix is just getting, like, a hard-on for those things.
I don't know, but it's very annoying. Hi, Cosmo. You sitting in the chair? You part of the Let's Play? I really like the climbing in this game.
Yeah.
I know it's like, I wouldn't want every game to be like it, but I really like how you have to, like, go from point to point. Mm-hmm. But I'm also glad they sped it up later.
Yeah, I just think it should be... I like it in this game.
You might want to get that last viewpoint since Jill left.
Okay.
But yeah.
I like it in these older games. I think it's a fun staple for these, but I also just like the new stuff, too.
I kind of wish that it wasn't really like Valhalla, though, from what I've watched. Like, I get it's cool, but I also don't really want to be Spider-Man. You know, like, I kind of want a middle ground like Unity.
Yeah.
Where you're, like, going up stuff, but, like, you're not flying up the wall. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because don't you feel like that's a little fast? Like, where you're just...
Kind of furious, too.
What? Too fast, too furious. It feels like they've automated the climbing. Yeah. Where there's not much interaction anymore. I guess that's why I have a problem with it is I don't want to watch a movie, you know? Right. Like, I want to play the game. My Cosmo's making weird noises. So, like, if you're going to automate the climbing, I think that that's a little too much for me, but I would like it to be middle ground, where it doesn't need to be this intentional, but, like, maybe it's more like it was in Revelation, like, maybe a mix of Revelations 3, 4, and Unity.
Yeah.
You know, like, kind of those styles mixed.
What's your thought with Syndicate, where they give you, like, the cool, like, grapple hook thing?
I think it's really cool for that game, and I think it'd be really cool to come back, but I wouldn't want it in every game.
Okay.
Like, I'm fine with having gimmicks that make your climbing different in, say, a given game. So, like, if you want to say the gimmick in Valhalla is you're basically, like, spoiler alert here, that you're basically a reincarnation of an Isu and that's why you're so fast. Yeah. Fine. But if they do that again, I feel like at that point it's like you don't have that excuse anymore. You're just making it too automated. Mm-hmm. You know, like, because isn't that kind of their excuse for it? Like, well, you're basically the reincarnation of a god. Yeah. So therefore, like, you're just good.
Kind of, yes. Because you also can do that in, like, Odyssey and Origins, too. Oh. However, it's not, like, as amazing. Like, in Valhalla, it's basically just any surface, anything. You're just up. Yeah, you're just going up. In Odyssey and Origins, it's kind of the same thing, but it's a little slower. Mm-hmm. So...
That's kind of my problem, though, is, like, I get it for Valhalla, even if I don't love it for an AC game, whatever, because it makes sense for an Isu, right? But I don't want that to be the new style of climbing. Yeah. Where it's just, that's it. And from what I've seen, because I haven't really gotten to the RPGs, I've just watched parts of them, mm-hmm. and I played a little bit of Valhalla with you, you know, where, like, you were going around the map and stuff. Yeah. But, like, for me, one thing I feel like is you have to be careful how much you automate different systems before it becomes not as interactive. Yeah. And I think that's why, like, for me, I worry about if they just want to go that direction permanently. You know, same with the RPG mechanics. We've talked about it before. I have no problem with the RPGs. In my opinion, those RPG games are basically spin-offs. They're still canon. But the only one of them that I think is really like a main AC title is Origins. They establish, you know, like the Brotherhood and stuff. Yeah. The Odyssey is mainly about Cassandra and the Isu and immortality and other stuff like that, which is interesting, takes place in the same world. Mm-hmm. And then Valhalla is basically about an Isu who is reincarnated, who crosses paths with the assassins and works with them.
Yeah, it kind of continues the Odyssey story.
And that's awesome. You know, like, that's cool. But, like, I don't really look at them and think of them like, oh, that's Assassin's Creed 12. I think of it as like, oh, this is an Assassin's Creed story.
Yeah.
Kind of like I wouldn't look at Solo, a Star Wars story, and I wouldn't say, like, it's not canon, but I also wouldn't say it's episode 10. Mm-hmm. Like, it's a story.
It's a story in the universe.
But let's say they started making everything like Solo, a Star Wars story, including the main installments, right?
Yeah.
That's the point to me where I'd be like, why do we have to make everything?
Let's just get this thing here.
That was a little annoying.
Okay, what in the world? Can I just get this flag?
Apparently not.
Okay,
hey, it's a black flag.
Oh, nice.
Nice. That would be the point to me. All I'm saying is where I'd be like, oh, this is a little much. Maybe we scale it back and we don't make everything like Solo.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, where a lot of people got frustrated with new Assassin's Creed is I think they, for some reason, thought that they would never go back to the old style, and I didn't think that. I just thought they would kind of...
You just thought maybe they were trying something new.
Yeah, and that, like, maybe it's not for everybody, and that's fine. I think I would be more butthurt about it if they never did Mirage. Mm-hmm. But now they've been saying, like, I was reading, like, in an interview, they don't want every Assassin's Creed to be an RPG, but they want some to be them.
Yeah.
And this is an RPG, but you know what I mean, like an in-depth...
It's not Odyssey.
It's not an in-depth stat-based, gear-based RPG free roam game. Mm-hmm. This is like an action-adventure free roam RPG. And they have been saying now, you know, that they don't want everything to be Valhalla, and they don't want everything to be this. So it seems to me like they're going to do what we suggested all along. Not that they give a shit we said it. And that is alternate. You know, like, go make the style of game that fits for that game. And I think that if that's what they're going to do going forward, I think that's a good thing. I just want to make sure they don't do too much automating those systems in the meantime. Because, like, if you have the same Valhalla climbing in the next 5 Assassin's Creeds, whether they're RPG in-depth or not, I think that would also frustrate people. I think you need to kind of vary these styles because there are different fan bases. There are people who like those RPGs and don't like these games. Mm-hmm. They don't like these originals. I don't think that makes them not a real Assassin's Creed fan, because guess what? The last trilogy of Assassin's Creed games has been those RPGs.
Right.
That's Assassin's Creed 2. It's just different. But I also don't think you can just ditch your old fan base, and that's what pisses me off about... They should have been more transparent. They should have said, like, hey, listen, we're doing these RPGs. That doesn't mean we won't go back to the old style, too, but these are important to us. I think if they had done that and said that, there would be way less blowback to them. But they refused to say anything. They refused to ever open up about it because they act like video game development's a government secret.
Well, I think they also, when it started with Origins, I think they wanted to try something new with Origins. Mm-hmm. And in my opinion, they probably were waiting to see what the feedback was like on it.
Oh, you think if it was terrible, they would have ditched it and gone right back to the Syndicate?
Now, unfortunately, I think the company saw the sales of Origins, which was insane, mm-hmm. and they thought, everyone likes this. So then they made Odyssey the same way, and then again, Odyssey had insane sales. So then they're like, oh, let's make Valhalla. And then I think it took 3 games for them to actually listen to fans instead of just sale numbers and go, well, hey, we did this, we like those games, they sold well, but let's maybe do another game in a different style.
Yeah.
Because fans want something else. Because a lot of companies just look at sales and they think sales equals opinion.
And sales equals good.
Right, and it's like, well, no. Like,
well, you could also have something like Episode 8. Episode 8 of Star Wars has insane sales, but then you can see a huge fall-off with 9 because people saw 8, but they didn't like what they saw.
Yeah, exactly.
And yes, a lot of people loved it. I get that. But a lot of people didn't. That's not something you can just ignore.
Right.
And then look at 9. Look at the huge fall-off. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. It just seems to me like... I think they equate sales with good, but the problem is if you have good sales, but then let's say that reflects poorly on the brand going forward, you can have worse sales next time.
Yeah.
Where are the flags in here we haven't found, by the way?
One right here.
Wait, really?
Yeah, there's one up on the top of this.
Oh. Oh, I didn't even see that. That's interesting.
Okay. Yeah, no, yeah. Yeah,
you get what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, you can hurt your next game or movie.
Oh, totally.
Like Captain Marvel, people went and saw it because they were told they had to, right? Mm-hmm. But I guarantee people didn't care as much about Captain Marvel leaving that movie because they felt like, well, you told me I had to watch it to understand Endgame and, you know, stuff like that, but I didn't.
And also, you told me I had to watch it or else I hate women.
Yeah, that doesn't help either. The extremism didn't help it at all either. But you know what I mean? Like, you can get people in the door but still burn a bridge.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a problem with a lot of companies, movies, video games, TV shows, that people don't really realize. They think, well, it's a problem with a big franchise like Star Wars or Marvel or Assassin's Creed or something. You know, they think, oh, well, this sold out well, so everyone loves this. It's like, well,
And it'll be
no.
successful forever.
It's like, no, it sold out well because you own Star Wars.
Right.
Like,
Why can't you climb that, by the way?
I don't know.
That right there, go back there for a second. This is what I'm talking about with, like, the mechanics aren't perfect.
Oh, so now
you
it
can.
worked. Now it worked.
So now you can. And that's what I'm saying is that sometimes there are janky things in this game that don't make it a bad game. It's a great game. I love this game.
It's a good game.
But that are frustrating and make it so that you feel like you're trying to interact with it and it's not doing what you tell it to.
Right.
So, but, you know, that's why, like, when people say, like, oh, this game, it's just you. It's like, it's not always just us.
No.
Sometimes we make mistakes, but not always.
Well, and I feel like we usually own up to times when we make mistakes.
Yeah, we just say we're bad.
Like, we both fully acknowledge that we're bad at the combat.
Yeah, I'm not good at this game's combat at all. I wish I was. I mean,
It's just we're bad at it.
I guess it's not like the most useful skill, but I wish I was for people's entertainment, but I'm not, so.
I also partially feel like the combat doesn't work right anyways, so I feel like it's not 100% my fault.
I like,
But-
we usually own up to it, but I feel like it's not my fault.
Well, I'm saying, like,
immediately.
I'm saying like 75% of it's probably my fault.
Right, but you're saying
But
the other
there
25,
is an aspect about it that the combat just doesn't work right sometimes.
like, it's just janky.
Yeah, like, exactly. Like, you press the counter button and it doesn't work. And
Yeah.
It's like, well, okay, I pressed the button.
Let's look over there. I don't
I
think we have.
interacted with the combat the right way,
Right.
and yet it's not working.
Yeah, and I think that they really needed to do some fine tuning. I know 2 and Brotherhood don't have the best combat ever, but it is
It's
above
better.
this.
It's better.
I actually really like the combat in 3.
Yeah, the free combat was good.
It's just a shame that glitches impacted how the combat worked.
Yeah,
You know, they affected negatively how it ran.
yeah.
But I think overall I was on the right track. And actually, I've played a few hours of 4. I haven't played far enough to be, like, the expert on 4. But a lot of people like 4's combat more than 3. They think it's, like, a more refined 3.
4's combat's a lot better than 3.
You think so?
Yeah, 4... To me, 4's combat is like what 1, 2, Brotherhood, Revelations, and 3 all should be.
Like what they tried to do?
Yeah, like it doesn't have glitches. It doesn't randomly not work. It doesn't, it doesn't have those problems. It just works. Mm-hmm. You press the counter button. It
Todd
works.
Howard. Wait, is there a thing right over here? I would hide one there if I was doing this.
Well, I guess you're not.
I guess good thing I'm not. Oh wait. Oh hey, over there. Look, there's a path.
Yeah, like down here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey.
Oh hey, nice. Oh, and another one over here.
That was my moment of fame.
Okay. I was going to tell you this, by the way.
Okay.
Okay. I was going to tell you this, by the way.
Yeah, that you're bad at walking.
Yeah, I've been since you are a big James Bond fan like me.
Yeah.
I've been rewatching these Sean Connery Bond movies.
Mm-hmm, the ones I have the least experience with.
Yes, but I was going to tell you this because I watched Dr. No. Mm-hmm. And I already told you my thoughts on it. I thought it was fine. You could tell it was the first one. Mm-hmm. So there were some problems, but it was fine. Mm-hmm. I then also recently watched From Russia with Love, the second Sean Connery movie.
So that is considered one of the best James Bond movies ever made.
And I was going to say, it was great. I thought it was, if I'm ranking these, I thought it actually was better than Quantum of Solace.
Wow!
So it is not... Yes, now my order is from least favorite to favorite is Dr. No is my least favorite, then Quantum, and then From Russia with Love. Okay. And then you start getting into the Daniel Craig ones, which I love all of them. I love all the Daniel Craig movies, so those are going to be hard to beat.
Yeah, worth adding the context. That's what we both grew up with.
Exactly.
I grew up with GoldenEye and and Die Another Day. I didn't see Tomorrow Never Dies until I was older. Mm-hmm. And I actually recently watched The World Is Not Enough for the first time. Hey, Jill.
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah.
What's wrong?
I don't want to go.
I'm sorry. Do you want to see this conversation with Al-Mualim before we leave?
No.
Why?
Because we have to go in a few minutes or I'm going to be late.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, we didn't make much progress today.
Well, at least we beat the slave owner. Because we are...
Yeah, but he pointed out he was the good guy.
Oh, that's true.
Remember, he said, I'm the good guy, and I said, well, you didn't have to convince me. You own slaves. I know you are.
A quick thing about that movie here, because I thought it was really awesome. Mm-hmm. So this one actually really felt like a Bond movie because he actually started using gadgets and stuff like that, which were kind of lacking in Dr. No. Mm-hmm. So it actually felt like a Bond movie, a spy movie like that too. It actually had a it had gritty in it. But it had an amazing love story.
Really?
I thought it was great. The girl in the movie
What's her name
was
again?
Great.
In that one? Oh, so great you don't even remember her name.
Well, okay,
Is her name like Pussy 12 or something?
No, it wasn't Pussy Galore. Honey Rider was the one in Dr. No.
What kind of name is Honey Rider?
I don't know.
Is that like a sex name?
I don't know. That was her name, though. Anyways, the girl was great. I don't remember her name. I'm sorry. I'm bad with names, except for James Bond.
That's okay.
But she was great. Hubert. It had a really good love story. It had a really good story in general. Mm-hmm. It had a really interesting train scene, which I'm not going to spoil anything about it.
Oh, where James Bond runs a train on the woman he's in love with.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, Q, I need you and the entire Q branch here with me. Oh no.
Well, and what I was going to say about it was in Dr. No, they mentioned Spectre.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
And this one actually expanded on the Spectre theme, where you actually got to see the person who's in charge of Spectre, which I don't think this is a big spoiler.
Blofeld.
Yeah, literally, but it's Blofeld. You got to see Blofeld. But what was interesting about this, and I've never seen a movie do this, was every time you see Blofeld, you just see him holding his cat, and you don't see his face or anything like that, right? Yeah. And he's always talking to people, interacting with them or whatever, which that part itself was not surprising.
Inspector Gadget parodies that with Dr. Claw in the...
oh, they do?
Yeah, in the... I was going to say anime, but the cartoon.
Right.
In the anime, when Professor Gadget's like, Professor Gadget, he's like, Nani? When he sees Dr. Claw. It's like, Nani? That sounded racist.
Right. So that part of itself was fine. I've seen that before. But what I thought was so interesting was in the credits even, they had the word or the name Ernst Blofeld, but then next to the person, they didn't even say who the actor was. It was just a question mark.
Oh.
So you don't even know who the actor is. And I think that's because maybe in future movies they're going to have a reveal on him, but they don't. It's probably going to be someone that maybe Bond knows or something like that, and you as the viewer don't actually know who it is because you don't even know who the actor is.
Which is really cool.
Yeah, I thought that was so interesting. So, yeah, there was so much stuff about that movie that I actually really liked. When I watched Dr. No, I was very concerned because I was kind of like, okay, this movie's kind of dated. It's...
Oh, so you thought the next one was going to be bad?
Yeah, I was like,
They were finding the footing of what they wanted to do.
Yeah. And, yeah, Dr. No, it was good. I didn't hate the movie, but it was just kind of disappointing.
Right, because you were expecting something else.
Exactly. And it wasn't. And it was like, okay, well, whatever. And then From Russia with Love, I watched that, and I was like, this is great.
Can you also see, though, how people who never watched a Bond movie... What?
You know where my name tag is?
Here. Can you see, though, how people who never watched a Bond movie, though, back in the day, and that comes out, would just fall in love with even Dr. No, though? The series?
Yeah.
You know where it is?
It's usually right here, I think. No, it's always here.
I can't find it. I don't know where it went.
I think the cats might have knocked it down when Cosmo came up.
Really?
Those cats. Those cats are hooligans.
Can you start putting it in the same place, Jilly?
I tried to.